You can become a Cardano millionaire by doing this. ADA News Today. I think Cardano will succeed in the future. Let me highlight a few reasons why I think so. Today we're going to discuss all three pillars of Cardano and why it will make you a millionaire. Welcome to Cardano Land, your daily dose of Cardano. If you're interested in everything around Cardano, this is the place for you. Subscribe if you want to stay updated with all the Cardano news, predictions, and stay one step ahead in the crypto world. Make sure to hit the like button for us to provide you with more Cardano news. Don't forget to enable all notifications to join our weekly cash giveaway pinned in the comments. Before we get to our topic, let's take a look at the chart and see what the price of ADA is doing on the 26th of February, shall we? Cardano ADA keeps suffering from the broad bearish wave across the board, although a recovery is now taking place in the short term. According to the H1 chart, the price is making a consolidation above the 50-hour simple moving average following a bearish impulsive move. The price action is flashing an interest from the sellers around the 94-cent mark to resume the decline, but the price is now consolidated within a tight range. That said, bulls are preparing the ground for a run towards the 200-hour simple moving average around 98 cents. Such an area converges with a strong dynamic resistance offered at the same time by the psychological level of $1, which could be providing additional pressure for the crypto to keep plummeting across the board. Now let's get back to the topic. We will discuss all three pillars of Cardano and add something more. Sustainability. Sustainability is one of the three pillars of Cardano and solves how users will pay for the network maintenance, how to prioritize the building of new features, and how infrastructure decisions will be made. Cardano will have a decentralized treasury, and users can submit improvement ballots, which are then voted on by the community. Bob submits a ballot related to marketing, while Alice about tech improvements. The community democratically decides what to do first. If we speak about decentralization, we cannot consider only the protocol. We have to take into account also the governance. Users have to democratically decide what to do. The protocol must own the community, not a few developers or a leader. Scalability. Scalability is another key pillar and solves probably the most critical problem of all current projects. If people should adopt a protocol, then the protocol must scale to be able to serve all people who want to use it at a given time. It's not possible that transactions take hours to settle and fees rise when more people come to send money. Conditions of usage must be the same all the time. Sound money built on a distributed network is a great idea, but the network must scale, otherwise people cannot use it, and thus will not use it. Interoperability. The last pillar of the project is interoperability. It means that Cardano will be able to connect to existing financial systems. It's very important since we already have some financial infrastructure in every country. We can't replace it and use another one in one day. The change must be gradual. People will adopt cryptocurrency only if it solves real problems. ADA will be used in Ethiopia, Mongolia, Georgia, and Korea to build local systems connecting to existing financial systems or replace them from the beginning. ADA is not an open public ledger. It will be used in a local context, and it can be connected with Cardano later. People using ADA might use Cardano later. Thus, Cardano could adopt millions of people in a few years. It's a way how Cardano could slowly replace all old systems. Avoiding middlemen. People from developing countries are not paid well for their hard work. Middlemen grab a big chunk of the final prices of products. It's a real problem which cannot be solved by digital gold or sound money. Here, only a combination of some kind of tokenization, smart contract, and global access to markets can help people. The combination of ADA and Cardano could solve that. I don't think that Bitcoin, as a transaction system only, has the potential to solve financial, political, and social issues. I believe that we need a more capable project for that. It will take years to see the real benefit, but it happens one day. Fear from new and strange things. People naturally don't trust new or unknown things. People have to see the team as a transparent fintech company. There must be someone who's responsible for the service or protocol. Only then will they be willing to massively adopt a protocol. If it will be just a garage project with an unknown group of individuals, then it might not be trusted by masses. IOHK, Emergo, and Cardano Foundation are transparent institutions. Besides that, there's a big leader, Charles Hoskinson. You can argue that a decentralized project can't have a leader. It's not true though. The decentralization of a protocol has nothing common with the fact that there's a leader. The leader can communicate to people, explain things, and visit leaders of countries and ask them what they need and how Cardano can help. Exactly that is what Charles does, and the result is signed MOU with Ethiopia, Mongolia, Georgia, and Korea. Soon we can see the real usage of Cardano. Method of development. When building a game, you can deliver a minimum viable product. If it succeeds, you solve the scalability and add features. That's not the case with blockchain, since it's a mission-critical product. So it is absolutely necessary to write scientific studies, ask for review, and verify that everything is correct. What I like the most about Cardano teams is the fact that they think and write studies first, and then write the code. If the code is not good enough, they're not scared to throw it away and start from the beginning with previous mistakes in mind. This is the best approach you can take if you build a protocol for global sound money. Satoshi did not have such a comfort building Bitcoin. Building a project from scratch and utilizing scientific research and formal methods of development is just an adequate approach to what Cardano should present in the future. ADA usage. If Cardano becomes a backbone of the world financial system, then ADA is the only asset you can buy to send transactions or deploy smart contracts, influence the Cardano network via decentralized governance, and participate in network decentralization that can secure a passive income. All that makes ADA valuable. People don't realize that ADA plays an important role in the network decentralization. Decentralization is about distributing all rights to maximum possible independent individuals and eliminating single points of decision. It must be true for protocol and governance as well. If you have ADA, then you're a part of the decentralization process. You just select a pool and delegate your ADA to the pool. Then you will get a reward every 5 days. Smart contracts. Smart contracts can solve a lot of issues in the real world. Have you ever realized that two people cannot transact with each other if they have not developed a trust before? Bob promised to send 1 BTC to Alice, who promised to send a guitar. They don't know each other, and Bob found the offer on the internet. If Bob sends money in advance, Alice might not send the guitar. If Alice sends the guitar first, Bob can't pay for it. Basically, you can't use BTC for the payment. You can do it with fiat since you can contact the police if something wrong happens. A smart contract can solve the issue by tokenizing the guitar. Bob locks ADA to an escrow account and unlocked once a postman gives Bob the guitar together with the token, which was created by Alice. Token will unlock ADA from the escrow and Alice receives it. The postman will ensure that Bob unlocks the escrow account since it will be technically the owner of the guitar during the transport. So Alice sells the guitar to the postman first, and the postman sells it to Bob. Smart contracts have big potential, and now we can't even think of what all will be possible. The success of contracts will be determined by the quality of language which will be used. Plutus was made by the best people we currently have. Adoption. I think that adoption via utility has a bigger chance to succeed than adoption via speculation on the rising price. Cardano can be useful and it will be scaled, so it could be the first project which people could really use to spare some money or do something in a more comfortable way. Andreas Antonopoulos has only 500,000 followers on Twitter, Charles Hoskinson 110,000. Charles has more followers than Bitcoin developers and is not so far from Andreas. At the end of the day, adoption will be about the quality of protocol, team transparency, marketing, and maybe also about the leader. There are 7.7 billion people on the planet, so from the point of followers, we're still far from 1% of really interested people. There's enough time to come up with a top quality protocol and offer it to the people. That's all for today. In the end, we would like to mention that this is not a channel intended specifically to provide financial advice, and we do not ask you to invest in any company. This is merely a channel directed towards bringing educational content to your doorsteps. With that in mind, before you invest in anything, we recommend you do thorough, wide-spectrum research on the topic. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Also make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up.